Did I see the notification board wrong? No, I didn't. Okay. When I looked back just then, I did spoil with the thumbnail character. Oh well. Playful simp. Oh, scamp.
My name's Tina. Nice to meet you.
I don't know who this is. We got Thracia characters.
Heading out.
She's a staff? A staff called Thief? Okay. We got Thracia characters, finally. That's exciting. When was the last Thracia banner? I'm not sure. Wrathful Tempo, oh no. Was the last... Oh, well we got Ascended Set, but he was like a one-off on that banner. I think the last Ascended banner was Ascended Marita. It starts with an S. Safy.
My aid is yours.
Maybe 2024 will be the year I finally play Thracia. 68 attack. Oh yeah, this is 2 staves so far. That's interesting. 2 staves. Attack speed, ploy 3. Her special hits even durable foes hard and inflicts panic on groups.
Repent.
Holy panic, I forget if that's new or not. It's a cool looking animation. Oh, is the whole banner really gonna be staves? That'd be funny. Step lively.
I'll dance as long as it helps keep everyone's spirits up.
No, we got a red dagger demote. That's a skill set, alright. It's pretty bad. Hello, Donovan HD. Unfortunately, tragically, horrifically, I did get this next one spoiled for me. A new Rearmed hero. We're never getting another Ascended hero. Ascended heroes are expired. We're retiring those.
Perhaps it is my natural affinity, but thunder magic seems to grant me more power than any other. Your orders?
Look. Arcane Thunder. SR Far Trace 4. Don't tell me he's fast. Reinhardt's not allowed to be fast. Come on, man. You can't make Reinhardt fast. They really said 2024 is the year we make Reinhardt fast.
I call thunder.
I mean, surely he still has brave hits, right? It would be insane not to have that. His art style is interesting. Like, it looks like vintage somehow. His character art. It's an interesting banner. God, Reinhardt looks so out of place. He looks fine. He looks good. He just looks out of place on the banner. Well, congratulations to the Reinhardt enjoyers. This is a good day for those who celebrate him. On one hand, this was inevitable. We get a new Thracia banner with a new Reinhardt, even though Reinhardt's not a playable character. It's like, this was inevitable. But man, I'm sure there's got to be other playable characters from Thracia that also could have made for cool Rearmed heroes, but whatever. Yeah, it should have been Olwen. Olwen would have been a really good choice, actually. Olwen's cool. But Reinhardt's funny, and like the Fae player base just knows him better, which is really funny. It's like, at this point, the people who are still playing Fae, I feel like they've got to be, you know, the ride or dies. Like the people who were there in the good old days of Reinhardt and Bravelyn. It's like the people who are still around and still spending money, like they like Reinhardt. So this makes sense. His character art's really interesting. I'm willing to bet that this artist has not done any other character arts for Fae. It almost reminds me of like Castlevania or something. It looks cool. I mean, we were definitely due for a Thracia banner. It's just, it had been so long since we had gotten one. I was starting to think it was like a Radiant Dawn situation where we were just never gonna get it. GHB is Pern, Dacian Scoundrel. I have no idea who Pern is. Pern is a playable thief fighter in Thracia 776. Alright, I mean, let's break it down. Let's analyze. I'm exhausted tonight, so don't expect don't expect high level analysis from me. Okay, starting off, we have Tina, who is a infantry stave. What are they showing us here? Okay. Does she have Kanto? I don't. Thief, foe cannot counterattack, exercise special trigger. At start of turn, grants the bonus effects active on the foe with the most bonus effects active, 2 unit, and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn. That's pretty wacky. Is it just any foe? Yeah. On just the foe. No, it doesn't matter where they are. That's pretty cool, actually. Just any enemy unit on the map. You take all their bonuses. Wow, that's actually cool. I mean, I had to imagine it'd be pretty good for summoner duels, but trying to, like, coordinate exactly which buffs you're gonna get would be challenging. It neutralizes bonus effects active on that foe. Excluded bonuses granted at the start of the same turn. Okay, now I'm confused, but sure. Inflicts blah -4 on foes in 3 columns or 3 rows centered on unit during combat. It's a pretty good debuff. Seems a little overkill for just a staff unit. Okay, so she gets attack speed +6 and some true damage. Realistically, you're gonna get like 10 or 15 true damage on every hit. Wrathful Tempo is a new inheritable skill. Yeah, the fact that we can... I'm kind of surprised it took them this long to even do the full Reinhardt emblem. If you had asked me if we already had 4 Reinhardts in the game, I would have said yes. I just feel like there had to have been 4 Reinhardts. The last Reinhardt was actually a long time ago. I think the last one was Dancer Reinhardt, and that was like ages ago. That was like over 4 years ago, which is wild to think about. So we were definitely due for a new Reinhardt. And also, it's also weird just to think that, like, it's been ages since Reinhardt was, like, relevant in the meta. Like, he survived for a long time for phase standards, but even since then, it's been so long. Reddit is extremely angry about Reinhardt, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, that's gotta be the foremost thing in the Salt thread, right? Like, Reinhardt being chosen instead of Olwen specifically, but also like other Thracia characters. I haven't played Thracia, but I have to imagine there are other good choices, right? It's just a shame that, you know, through playing Fae, you're not really learning about Thracia all that much. You are learning about Reinhardt, though. Wrathful Tempo calculates damage from stuff like other weapons, inflicts speed res -4 on foe, neutralizes effects that grants push equivalent charge +X. Okay. So it's just Wrathful Staff with Tempo and speed res -4. I guess that's good. I don't even know anymore. When it comes to the Tempo effect, like, I can't tell if it's like a prerequisite skill that you just have to have now, or if you can just do without it. I feel like Tempo was never as necessary as NFU. The chart of Thracia stands mad about this, and the people who spend on Fae are 2 separate circles. It's like the Thracia people, like, they were saving their orbs for this banner, you know, like they weren't gonna have to spend anyway. They've been saving their orbs for Thracia characters. Little did they know they were saving their orbs for Reinhardt. And now they get to save even more orbs. That's a good point. Yeah, we got Tina, who's a staff. We also got... So just final note on Tina. She seems strong, and I think her gimmick is kind of fun. She actually has, like, a pretty memorable gimmick. She kind of reminds me of Harkin, just in that it's like a new heroes unit who's going to be in the permanent pool who actually has, like, a gimmick that's going to be easy to remember. They added a Fae OC to this Thracia banner. And of course, whenever they make a new, like, permanent pool staff unit that's, like, premium, like, they just have all the skills. They've got a new shiny B slot, they got a new special, offensive special for healers, they got either Nudge Plus or the other one. I forget what it's called. I guess we don't get these kind of units that often, though. I feel like the last one may have been, like, Fallen Maria. Safy is here as well. I don't recognize the character artist. The only other character art that this person has done was Resplendent Ninian. Also, yeah, where is the arcane staff? We've gotten 2 arcane axes, 2 lances, 2 swords, right? I think staff might be like the last one that we're really missing. We got 2 bows too. I think staves may actually be the last one that we're really missing. We even got like an arcane like beast cavalry weapon, which nobody asked for. Yeah, we even have a beast arcane, but no staff. That is pretty wacky. Especially since like out of all the possible arcane weapons, I feel like staff might be like the most desirable one, because there are just so many old staff units that are completely worthless. When was the last time you saw somebody run Clarine? Clarine, original Maria, you know? Azama, Riss. They're dying out here. It looks like Safy has a healing instead of turn effect. So is she also going to have a perf staff? It's kind of interesting. Alright, repair. At start of turn, neutralizes any penalty on unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit, excluding penalties inflicted at start of turn. Isn't that all of them? I don't get it. I guess it excludes penalties inflicted at the start of that phase. I think that's what it should say instead. It should say that phase. Because like only just now are we getting skill effects that like inflict debuffs on you at the start of your phase, and I feel like it should say that. It should clarify that's what it means. Neutralizes any penalty on unit and allies in 2 spaces of unit. I mean, the healing at start of turn and the healing penalties actually seems really good to me. I remember once upon a time, like when odd recovery and even recovery were brand new, like those were actually pretty good effects to have on like your Ether Raid's defense. And having that effect at the start of every turn seems like it'd be pretty good. Grants attack speed, defense res +4 to allies within 2 spaces during combat. It's a pretty basic support effect. It's actually not that great. Really, the highlight is all the recovery you're getting at the start of the turn. And then I guess if you're keeping her in range to get that healing again at the start of the next turn, then you also get the +4 to all stats. It seems okay. It doesn't seem insane, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Animation is golden for a staff called Repair. Let's see. You would think Repair would be a staff that, like... Oh, okay. that repairs weapons. It did it. That's cool. I like Safy. I think Safy and Tina are both, like, pretty cool, desirable units. I'll probably do my free summons on colorless, because realistically I'm not going to want Reinhardt. Lara is an infantry red dagger. I'm assuming she's a dancer. I've never seen this character before in my life. It's wild that after playing Fae for 7 years and being engaged with the Fire Emblem community for so long, like there are still characters that I've just never seen. One day I'll play Thracia. Look, it took me like a year to play FE4. You gotta give me time. Alright, Clever Dagger seems pretty bad. Attack speed +5 and damage reduction. It's just very basic. At that point, I would rather have like the Kanto Dagger or something. And her other skills are kind of bad, so... Rock Slide Dance raises ally speed defense. Is this like a Thieves banner? Lara is a thief when she first appeared, and later on she becomes a dancer. The GHB is also a thief. We got a whole thief banner. The final thief is Reinhardt, who stole all of our hearts in 2017. When he came out, and he was bizarrely demoted to the 3-4 star pool. Despite having just a strictly better stat line than Olwen. Here he is killing Fomortis. Okay. Honestly, killing a far safe Fomortis, not that impressive anymore. Fomortis is a year old, and anybody can beat him now. Alright, so Reinhardt, he's obviously Cavalry Blue Tome. There's a really good Thracia translation that came out recently. Now's a good time to get into it. Oh, there you go. He does have a Trace 4 skill, it's true. He's got an Arcane Blue Tome, so we've already had an Arcane Blue Tome. I remember it didn't really impress me all that much, but let's see what this one does. Okay, so a special trigger, start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants block +5, grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack. And neutralizes foes' bonuses to speed or res during combat. And also, if unit speed greater than foe's speed, neutralizes effects that guarantees foes' follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. What a bizarre turn of events. That Reinhardt would be the one to get like the speed-oriented rearmed blue tome. Reinhardt of all people, who is known for not being fast. Yeah, this would be a good inheritable blue tome for like basically any blue tome who is fast. Oh yeah, the lack of brave effect. It's got to be in the A slot. It's got to be. Yeah, I see it there. Don't worry, he's got it. I do kind of wish it was in the weapon, though. I wish you could give Dire Thunder to whoever you wanted. That would be a really funny thing for Faye to do in 2024. Yeah, this new Arcane Tome seems better than the last one. Thunder's Fist. Let's just scroll down here real quick. Okay. So this is a per Faye slot. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants blah plus 17 during combat, and deals damage equal 15% of unit's attack. And also, if unit initiates combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 50% during combat. And if number of spaces from unit start position and end position is greater than or equal to 2, unit attacks twice. So there you go. It's actually a pretty important effect that you're trying to get by moving 2 spaces. Sometimes it's not like completely crucial to get like the full clash effect, but this time it's pretty important that you move 2 spaces because that's how you get your rape attacks. SR Far Trace 4. This is probably a big deal. Tier 4 Far Trace. It was about time. Enables Canto Rem Min 1. So I'm guessing that means it's Canto Rem and you get at least 1 space. Inflict speed res -4 on foe during combat, and unit deals +7 damage, including when dealing damage with a special triggered before combat. It seems like a really random effect to slap on there, if I'm being honest. But okay. I feel like the Min 1 is already a pretty big upgrade, but they also put on the +7 damage. Alright, if you say so. I mean, it's a good fit for Reinhardt, because he's got brave attacks. And that's basically it for Reinhardt. I would say he's a somewhat valuable arcane or rearmed unit. I think I'm pretty down on arcane weapons in general, just because I don't know. It's like, why would you use a +10 tail to when you could just use like a +0, like a modern blue tome, like Set or something. I think he's green, but my point is that the new units are so much better with their perfs that like going out of your way to spend orbs for an arcane weapon to give to your old favorite is just not really that worth it, unless you just really like that unit and you want to use them somewhere. I think what's more valuable about Reinhardt is SR Far Trace 4, honestly. That is tempting, but I don't think I'm gonna go for it personally. I can't believe they made Reinhardt fast. That's so upsetting. Shouldn't be allowed. His character art looks really good, though. I like this aesthetic a lot. Such a well-defined nose. How many well-defined noses do we get in Fae? Anyway, that's the whole banner. Let's check out the Reddit. So yeah, I mean, we already know what our foremost complaint is going to be. Well, a lot of people pointing out that we don't have the perf refine yet. I almost feel like they can't refine Dire Thunder now, or Mistletoe, because it's like an acknowledgement that they just like left those guys behind for arbitrary reasons. I think it is kind of interesting to see like which weapons that IS perceives to be too strong to refine. Reinhardt. You know what I still think about sometimes? I think about when they debuted Summoner Duels, and the way they showed it off for the first time was that they had a Reinhardt like commentate it. It was actually like a pretty funny thing they did. The salt thread is buried deep here. Okay, here we go. Actually, not a crazy differential in comments. But yeah, we're salty that we got Reinhardt instead of Olwen. No, we're salty we didn't get Finn. The Finn fans sure won't be happy with this banner. Really thought you wanted a 4th Reinhardt since he's the most popular Thracia character. I'd be interested in knowing, like, who is the actual most popular Thracia character, according to people who have actually played Thracia. Like, when you walk away from Thracia, like, which characters are you like, oh, damn, they were really cool? From what I've seen, I think people like Abel. And that might be it. Color share and colorless. Colorless is such a hellscape that I almost don't mind there being color sharing. It's like it just makes it more likely that you're going to get something when you pull on it. They know they can dress Reinhardt in completely different outfits, right? His first two versions, and now this makes it... That's actually a pretty good point. It didn't even occur to me. He has like basically the same outfit in like 3 of his 4 alts. Should have been Finn. Okay, I was wrong. I thought it would be Olin, but it was actually Finn that we wanted to see. Fair enough. Attuned heroes. Yeah, like now that you've introduced attuned heroes, it's like their absence is very pronounced on every banner now that you don't have an attuned hero. The Reinhardt thing has literally spread to the main series with least paralog and engage. He name drops fucking... That's true, I forgot about that. Actually, a great Thracia banner, despite Reinhardt smiling his way in again. Dude, the Rearmed heroes, they get Forging Bonds conversations, right? So that'll be nice for the first time Reinhardt will have a Forging Bonds. I'm looking forward to his arc where he realizes that magic is in fact everything. Anyway, I mean, I guess that's basically it for me. It's a Thracia banner, so I was never gonna have that much to say about it. I'm gonna abstain from pulling on this. I'm down to like 450 orbs, maybe less than that, because I spent for Alencia the other day. I'll upload those summons pretty soon. I gotta get around to cutting it up and uploading it. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I always appreciate it. Join the Discord to stay up to date. Subscribe on YouTube at LoopResource2. Follow here on Twitch to catch the live reactions. And that's it for me. I really feel like I'm forgetting something.